Tapes and Tasty Cakes podcast. I'm Bert Lepore. He's Samuel Monte Carlo. We're hanging here with Angry Mike D. And we talk about music, movies, and so much more.
All right, we're back. Another episode of Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes, episode 44. Today we're talking, I don't know, rock and roll, fashion, you know, all that stuff. We're going to call it the rock and roll runway, Project Runway.
The rock and roll runway. First,
so we're doing something a little
There we
different.
go.
All right, our special guest today is Bert's sister, Angel Catillus. She's the designer, creator, owner of Dolce Mia Couture. So she's our fashion expert, and I guess Mike will be like the Joan Rivers of this show today. I could be that guy.
Nasty and cursing, and
You can be the guy.
Who's the one guy? Who's the guy from
Project Runway?
Yeah, he's like the
Oh
main
my
guy.
God!
Something
yeah.
done, right? Something
Ted?
done?
Oh no, I know you're talking about the
It's like
blonde
Stewart
guy.
or something. The blonde guy.
Oh
Yeah.
God! What the hell?
Who are you
is
gonna
his
be,
name?
Bert?
you be that guy with the long hair, whoever he is. I don't.
Shantae, whatever that fucking word is. Shantae.
That supermodel. She's always on drugs and everything.
Yeah.
Dickinson
Which
or
one?
something. She's
Which
Oh,
one?
always
Angie Dickinson?
No! What's her name?
she's always on
Janice
the fashion show.
Dickinson.
That's it. Yeah.
Janice Dickinson. She got the wacky lips now.
That they
Angie
all do.
Dickinson was an actor.
That's
I don't know what the fuck.
That's going back in the day, Angie Dickinson.
Like
Wow.
way
You know,
back,
she was
yeah.
she claims to be the first ever supermodel, like legitimate
yeah.
person labeled to be supermodel.
Right. That's her. Like her.
So,
Her
claim to
fame.
fame. Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
That
and
and then
plus she
being
was
like-
a groupie, and yeah,
Which,
she was throwing it around. Let me tell you.
interpretation means show me your ass, you know?
Yeah.
She was showing a lot more than that, man.
She was slugging that thing or slinging that thing around.
She was slinging it around.
They all
Hey.
were.
Why not? Why not?
Studio
Yeah,
54.
so, right. Yeah. So since we usually do, you know, a lot of rock stuff, you know, this, you know, a big part of it next to the music, you know, is the fashion side of it. It's like, to me, I always saw it as like 50-50, the whole image. And then you have, well, the music and image, or some people, you know, as we'll talk about, or even more of the image than the music. So
Yep.
that's
So,
what this is about. So Project Runway Rock and Roll Edition.
Yeah, I like it. I like the idea.
I like it.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna do artists first, and then we'll move into bands and stage clothing. But we're gonna start out with artists first. Some artists that, you know, we only know, we don't listen to too many of these, but hey, it's only fair that we include them. So we're gonna start off first with Damo over here. Best and worst dress. Give me best, or give me dressed well or not your taste. Lady Gaga, what you got, Damo?
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
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 That's what they say in French. Lady Gaga. I don't know, man. I kind of dig everything she does. She's like one of the few pop singers, whatever the hell you want to call them now, that I really like. You know, and she's Italian, so she gets extra points there.
She gets extra credit. Yeah.
But I always liked her whole image persona. So it's been like kind of like weird. She's always changing, but you know, she is like you know, very fashionable too. You know, she's a pretty girl, lady, whatever. So yeah, she gets a yay or whatever. What are we saying?
Damo, Lady Gaga.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up for Lady Gaga. Mike D.
I don't know, man. Sometimes she looks great. Other times she just looks like a complete fucking moron. I mean, just the meat dress. I mean, look at. Did you see that thing? The meat dress.
She's a meat enthusiast, maybe.
Yeah. Meat head sometimes, but
She pissed off a lot of vegans. So
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, great music, great artist, and everything, but sometimes a little too much. Sometimes a little too corny. But I'll put her in the middle of the road here.
yeah, I that's what I like about her, is because she's all over the place. You never know what to expect. You know, sometimes she shows up looking real classy, you know, like some, you know, 50s Hollywood starlet, and then the next day she comes wearing like a meat dress or something like what the hell are you doing?
It's interesting.
But yeah, I dig it.
Nice. Mike D, what's your thing on this?
Kind of in between with her. You know, it's sometimes she looks great, other times she just looks.
So you give it.
I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, you know, she's always like, she's a rock star. You know, I mean, so, but I don't know. It doesn't always do it for me.
Gotcha. Ange, what do you think?
Well, I'm going to agree with Mike. Sometimes she looks amazing. And like Damien said too, like she has that whole pinup look. Sometimes she could just look gorgeous. And sometimes it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? You don't need to do this. Like she's so incredibly talented. And you know what's funny too? Because I know, Bert, you and I spoke about this last week. Like she could, as soon as she opens her mouth, you don't care what she's wearing, period, the end. I mean, you just don't care.
Yeah, right.
Like she could friggin'
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter because she has talent like in spades. So, but I mean, personally, for her size and as adorable as she is, she doesn't need to do all that. She's a beautiful girl. She doesn't need all that shtick, you know? I don't know. That's my opinion. Anyway.
Angel gives Lady Gaga a thumbs down on the style.
Sometimes you need to do something.
Sometimes she looks really good, though. Sometimes she looks really good, though. I'm not going to say completely.
All right, so
all the time.
you're on Mike. You're in between. You're a 50.
Right.
Yeah, I'm in between because sometimes she's like just so over the top. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, it's not necessary.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with Damien on this. I'm going to give a thumbs up, and I'll tell you exactly why. First of all, she's an artist. So that's the first thing. So besides the fashion thing, she's an artist first, and artists are fucking crazy. You never know what they're going to do. To me, she's the perfect blend of Madonna, Marilyn Manson with a splash of Bowie and a splash of Cher. That's what she reminds me of. She's got all that element, and that's fucking star power, if you ask me. So Lady Gaga.
I don't know if I'm crazy about all them anyway. So
that's why you got no. That's why we all should be doing the show. Except for her. That's why you're wearing that fucking hat.
That's right. I'm
Mike, I can help. Mike, I can help. I can help.
I hate wearing corporate shit. You'll never see me wearing clothes with.
I think we should bedazzle that hat. It should be a bedazzler.
I can do it. I can do it. Let me bedazzle it, Mike.
Get some sequins on it.
You bedazzle me a skull. I'll wear it.
Oh,
I will. Don't threaten me. I'll do it.
Don't take my look, Mike.
You have to bedazzle Bert one first.
All right, so we got me and Damien with thumbs up. Angel and Mike on the 50-50. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. So that's what we got there. Moving on to the next artist, John Bon Jovi. What you got, Damo?
Yeah, he's he's one of the few, from the 80s that have kind of always stayed current. I mean, you could look at a photo from 1986 and it's from 1986. You could look from, see a photo from 10 years ago. He's always like in tune with what's going on, which is, which says a lot, which is good. You never see him, it's, oh man, look at this old rocker trying to still keep up, now he's, he kind of sporting like the gray hair look, kind of like, I guess
he's embracing
respectful
it
or whatever. He's embracing it. I mean,
you know what?
Kind of dresses like a grandpa now.
Fuck the gray hair. You know what? Fuck it. Put some fucking dye in that shit. You're a rock star. Put some fucking dye. Put some goddamn dye in your hair. Seriously.
Just for Mike.
Like, you look like an old man. You're not that old to be going gray like that. You could put some shit in your hair.
Dame, look at this rain on the parade.
It's horrible. Horrible.
I mean, if it was me, I would 100% do that. But
I mean, don't get me wrong. If I had the option to have hair and only be gray, I'd take the gray hair. But I mean, dude, you're like a rock star, man. Like, do something with that. Like, I know gray's in for the young kids, but you ain't a young kid now. Dye it. So,
yeah. Well, you know what? You're really. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because
look, I
some of these guys.
I have
some
no
of these guys
that.
are in their 60s and 70s with dyed black hair. It's like, but come on, dude, really?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's got money where he can make it look nice, not like it's dyed and dripping down his face. Right. So,
yeah. I agree with
you. I mean, so he's looking a little golden girlish. That's all right.
Yeah.
No.
Damo. So before Mike rudely interrupted you,
no, it was part of a discussion. I didn't interrupt.
You were very passionate, Mike.
He was very passionate.
That's right. It's passion, baby.
He was very passioned. So Damo, Bon Jovi.
Yeah, if I could pick up to a certain year, I'd probably agree with Mike. If I could cut off whenever he let the grays come in, I would stop there. Everything after that, because now, you know, he wears like, you know, it's almost like what your grandpa would wear,
Right.
like clothing wise, you know, even when he's on stage. So it's like, you know, it's like, so, but besides that, I would say it's
thumbs
good.
up.
Yeah.
A hit. It's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Mike D.
Yeah, man, he's definitely got style, though. I mean, right now with the gray look, no. But, you know, up until that point, yeah, you know, I'd probably dress like that. So it's not like, it's not over the top. It's you know,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
smart.
It's like respectable. It's like you're a respectable rocker. You got the soccer moms love.
Angelina, what you got? Soccer
Speaking of soccer moms,
what do you got, Angelina?
like a fine wine, he just gets better with age. I'm sorry, that man can have a fucking turd on his head and still be hot. I don't give a shit.
Remember back in the day?
I remember.
We used to go over Sue's house, and like, of course, all the guys,
God, yes.
like we were always like, "Oh, Bon Jovi, he's this, he's that." Like, 'cause we were jealous. We were jealous of his good looks back then.
I know you still are.
So, but she used to go upstairs to dinner, and we used to get all our posters and turn them around and pin them back on the door.
Oh my God!
She just gets so mad.
What'd you do to my Bon Jovi posters?
It's terrible.
Wow.
She used to hump those posters at night, by the way, a little sidebar. So.
Oh my God.
I guess it runs in the family there, Dave.
I mean, look, John is John. He's very basic. You always see him have black jeans on. A lot of times he wears a lot of Versace. Always have like Versace jeans on. Always have like a nice fitted shirt, clean cut. And you know what? And there is something to be said about him going with his age, is the fact that he's not looking like, I love Steven Tyler and all, but come on.
He looks like an old woman.
Right. Yeah.
He does look like an old woman. Like, you know what I mean? No offense. I'm sorry, Steven Tyler, if you ever see this, you never know. But you know,
like, he looks like an old woman at the supermarket on Sunday after church.
Yeah.
There's actually a meme about him. He had like a picture with him with the bun in his hair, and he's like, if Steven Tyler was like the mom who like said, "Hey, yes, you could drink, could you stay over my house and drink," or some shit like that. I totally remember that time. The worst of jokes. I cannot retell a joke, but there was a good meme about that. You should look that up. It's fucking hilarious. But anyway, John's always clean cut. He goes with the times. I mean, yeah, would I like to see him with a lighter hair? Yeah. I mean, you know, like I've loved him since I was 11 years old, for God's sake, you know? So, and when you see him getting old, you're like, oh shit, we're all just getting old.
Yeah.
But he keeps it respectable though. He's clean cut.
Yeah.
I like his style.
Yep. It's a hit for me too. So Bon Jovi gets a hit for all of us. He
Like
always
I
looks
said,
sharp.
put a turd on his head. He looks good. I don't care. It's John Bon Jovi.
He always looks sharp, John Bon Jovi.
He does. He's still hot. I don't care. Shit, I'd hit that. I'd hit that. I'd probably break that, but I'd hit that.
Oh man! All right, moving on to the next one. Damo, Katy Perry.
Wait, what did you say?
Oh, it's a hit. Yeah, he's a sharp dressed man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every girl's crazy about it.
He's a short dressed man. We're having too much fun too early.
Yeah.
We have nowhere to go but down.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know, man. She's sort of like I always saw her as almost like the cartoon version of Lady Gaga or something.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes.
She's the Wish version. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's like I remember when she first came out, she had that song. It was just kind of like trying to be, like cutting edge or whatever. That I don't know. I kissed a girl or whatever the hell.
Yeah, it
is. But I'm not really. She doesn't really do nothing for me.
It's a Mr.
Hate
Damo. Hate it. Yeah, it's good, Dave. Mike D.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Lady Gaga's more the artist and stuff like that. She's more of like, look at me,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like I can't take it. Like she's like, even when she's like wasn't she the judge on one of those shows?
American Idol, maybe, or something like that?
Yeah, was it that one or Talent? I can't remember.
One of those.
No, it was
yeah.
American Idol.
Yeah, because I remember like I see her and she gets up on the chair and it's like, look at me. Sit the fuck
100%.
down. You look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Fired up tonight,
Diesel.
Dame. He's fired
She
up.
looked like I
Fucking
forget. She
love
was
it.
dressed. What was she dressed like Marilyn Monroe one night or something like that? I don't know, some other thing. I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? She always she looks like a fucking idiot. Attention to her.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, that's a miss
This
from
is what
Mike.
you pay me for.
Yeah.
I don't even get paid.
Not with that attitude.
Hey, you called me Angry Mike D.
Ainge
I
Katy
didn't call me
Perry.
Angry Mike D.
Honestly, unauthentic. Period. The end. Like just unauthentic. The preacher's kid who had to come out rebellious has to overdo it. You know, the girl's talented. She's a pretty girl. She doesn't need all that. Sometimes she can look cute, but then most of the time she's over the top. And I agree with Mike too. It's just like that whole friggin' attention horse shit. Not down with. I hate unauthentic shit. I have to say. Just be yourself. Go out there and sing. She's got the pipes. Just go out there and sing. Nobody needs all that other shit.
Well put.
Yeah.
Yeah, cartoony for me. Too cartoony.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a mess. Most of it's ridiculous. We're looking at some of these pictures here, like the one, like the pink outfit. She looks kind of good till after the belly, and then it goes.
She looks like a cupcake.
Exactly right. Yeah.
I want to eat it, and I'm not gay. I just want to eat a fucking cupcake. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big girl. I want to eat a fucking cupcake.
I stay for dessert, but the outfit's fucking gotta go.
There you go, man.
Yeah, so it's a miss for all four of us.
Aesthetically, it makes no sense. That's all I have to say.
Okay, moving on to somebody I know nothing about except for the way he dresses, Drake.
Yeah.
What do you got, Damo?
Yeah, you know, when I heard the name, the first thing that pops into my head was the cakes, remember the Drake cakes.
Oh yeah.
So I had to look
for
them
one
up.
of those right now.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely heard of them, but that's the first thing that comes to mind. But yeah, I just I looked it up. He just looks basic,
Yeah,
just like basic bitch,
Ooh.
as they say,
Don't
Just
be
like-
a basic bitch.
a basic
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see what the deal is with him. Really, it does not for me.
Hit or miss on the dress.
It's just, nah.
Boring. You're going.
Yeah, hate it.
Mike D.
I don't know. I can't even say I know a Drake song. And we saw him on the awards. What was it? Not the Academy Awards, the Music Awards. And I think he won like some kind of lifetime achievement. He came up there with all his friends from his hometown. He's a humble dude. He just seems like a class act. He dresses like it. Good looking guy. He doesn't have to do anything else. Yeah. He's pretty good looking.
I thought you were gonna say I do him.
If I was a chick, I'd do him. If I were, I would.
I really was waiting for that. I'm like, here it comes. Here it comes.
I'd so go down on him if I was a chick.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Age?
What's in that vape, Mike?
I don't know, but it's fucking it's just something different
You
tonight.
said you wanted to hear it. I gave
Mike's
it.
talking about he's going down on dudes. What the fuck's happening here?
If I was a chick,
Oh,
I
yeah.
would.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Anyway,
Listen, as long as Mike makes Damien laugh, I'm good. That's what it's all about for me. To see Dame laugh makes me happy. Ange?
I personally like Drake. Little side note, Drake was an actor first. He was on that Degrassi show. So I
I've
think
heard
he
of
kind of started out as a clean cut guy, and then he went on to whatever genre. I don't even know. Is that hip hop or rap or both?
I think he's like
don't
hip
even
hop
know.
R&B.
Yeah, like
Yeah, it's this
something like
Canadian
that.
rapper.
Yes. So, I mean, I like his style. He's always clean cut. He's, he never disappoints. He never walks up looking sloppy, and he's always has fitted clothes on, which I'm a fan of. Big or small, fitted clothes, just tend to look better on people. I think. So he dresses great for his height and everything, and I'm a fan. I'm not like a musically a fan. I might know a song or two because my daughter's 16, but he I do. I like the way he dresses. I'm digging his style. He's clean.
You give it a hit.
I give it a hit.
I think he's pretty sharp too. I think he dresses pretty damn good. I
He
give it a hit
does.
also. I do got a question for you though. Now that we're not that I think Drake wears this or not, but what is with all these dudes wearing the capris that are rolled up with the no socks? Is that a thing? I don't
That's
know what
the
It
that
thing, man.
is. It is. It is. It's a thing now. Basically, it's they're tapered at the bottom,
Mhm.
and then they're up. I think, I don't like it personally. I don't mind it being a little bit shorter, than where the shoe starts, like kind of have maybe an inch or two up to just kind of give a little peek. But when it gets up too high and they start rolling them up,
I can
not
never
a
get away
huge
with that
fan.
style. Never.
And to me,
Yeah,
it's
that's
very
weird.
feminine. So you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see some rugged, hot dude walking around with like pants rolled up or something, because I'm going to think he's not straight. And I'm not saying that, in a bad way. I'm just going to
Well,
think
you're just
he's-
going to say I'm not going to go down that road because he's not my type. You think he's looking for
Well-
something else. So
He's
Well,
looking
I've
for
been
you,
married
Mike.
for-
He's looking for you.
I've been married for 100 years, so I'm irrelevant, But yeah, I don't know. That is the new style now, though. Even with like tuxedos and stuff, you're going to see a tighter, higher cuff, and it is what it is. I mean, come on, look at the friggin' 70s with the bell bottom, which was, by the way, is still coming back in on
the
SBY.
high, what do they call them? High
I like
waters.
that.
High
I like
Guess
that.
what,
You don't
though?
mind the
I-
bell bottom. The bell bottom Dame's all right.
Yeah.
Dame loves the 70s.
I don't
Yeah.
mind the bell bottoms now. Back then, like back in like the 80s, it looked like I was like, But now it's like,
Bell
yeah,
bottom
there's
blues.
like
it's not that bad.
there's benefits to the bell bottoms. They kind of balance people out, so it's kind of like, if you're not the smallest girl and you want to kind of wear a little bit of bell bottom, it gives you a little shape, and you're not, not looking like a fucking snowman or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. Speaking from personal experience,
Oh,
but
man.
no, I mean, it creates a balance. And even like, I know, like with me, I'm 5'10". Even when I was like skinny and, when I was gaining weight, like
Wait.
having a boot cut pant.
Dame didn't know. This is great.
You didn't know that I'm so tall, right?
Wait,
Yeah,
you're 5'10" and Bert's
I
what?
am.
I'm like
don't-
5'4".
5'5", I think.
How the hell did
5'5"
that
and
happen?
5'10".
My
What
dad didn't
happened
hang
there?
in there. He took a pit
I'm the
stop.
young, I don't know. Man. I don't know.
I
I
told
don't
him,
know.
could you stay a little longer?
I'm not trying to be like a bitch or anything, but rumor has it I was planned.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I might have
planned.
been a quickie. I don't know.
Put a little extra oomph into me. I don't know. I'm only breaking balls now. Bert's actually the best out of all three of us. He's the best person.
Oh, thank you.
Definitely the
funny.
best human being out of the three of us.
All right, moving on to the next one. Damo, Elton John.
It's he, I guess his heyday in the 70s or his prime, or whatever you want to call it. It was very outrageous. That's what got him, attention. On top of writing great songs. But so he was very always outlandish. I thought, I'm cool with that. But yeah, it seems like since like the 80s, 90s till now, he kind of toned it down, and he's always wearing like nice suits and dresses, I guess, how someone his age should.
I
he
think
still
he looks
wears,
like a granny now.
He looks like a lesbian.
Yeah, but that's
That is
okay
true.
for him.
Albert,
That's
He does.
okay
can't
for
do
him.
that.
Yeah,
What? I ain't saying nothing bad. It's what they're called, right?
we're not.
I don't
we're
know.
not
Is he a binary? I don't know what the hell. What's the link? Where's the pronoun? I don't know what the pronoun is.
Non-binary or
Yeah, it-
Non-binary
He
male.
looks
I
like
don't know.
he looks like a lesbian trying to dress like a dude.
But that's okay for him.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, it's Elton John.
We're
sure.
not talking about the.
Elton John.
It's not the piano player from Leonard Skinner we're talking about.
Right, right.
Like it'd be different if it was him or somebody else.
But it works
nah,
for
it's-
Elton John.
It works. He's fine. Yeah.
Mm.
Dame's going to give a thumbs up, I guess. Then. All right, Mike D.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of his old stuff, it was stage work and stuff like that. I mean, let's face it, like he's not the greatest looking of guys. So when you're up there doing music, you almost have to do something else.
Right.
So I mean, but it looked like he always put on a great show. Like it looked like it was a good time to go see him. So it's like I would rather see him, back from the 70s and 80s than now. So I'm going to say, the first half of his career, great style, great things going on. Second half, kind of boring.
Okay, Ainge.
Well, I mean, as a performer, if he's going to wear this stuff, it's great. It's like theater. It's a show. You're getting your money's worth. You know, if I'm going to see this guy walking out on the street like this, not so much.
Especially,
But he's a rock star. He's a rock
You
star.
know,
So
that's a little much. But yeah, I mean, he's Elton John. I mean, come on, do whatever the hell he wants to do. You know, like I said, I don't want to see him walking out on the street like that. But if he's going to go and sell tickets and give people a show, I mean, they're getting their money's worth. And he's a hell of a performer. So more power to him.
I mean, yeah, the guy dresses the part. So
yeah,
I guess we're all going to say he's Elton John. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Right. There you go. There you go.
I guess that's what we'll go with. All right. So we're moving on. Damo, Cher.
Yeah, she's kind of in the she's like almost like a female Elton John in a way, you know, like with the costumes all the time and the different wigs and shit like that. I don't know, man. I mean, she looks pretty damn good at this age. I mean, well known. She's had, you know,
she's computer generated.
Yeah, a bazillion. Yeah, she's like, it's like human Photoshop.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I don't know. She never really did anything for me, really. Yeah, I don't really see what all the fuss is about. But
what about the fashion? What are you thinking on the fashion?
little too much, man. Little too outrageous. I don't know.
Dame gives it a thumbs down.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Cher.
About
Sorry,
it's
Cher.
Like, wah, wah.
Yeah.
Mike,
probably
Dame.
not the answer people expect.
I didn't.
The weird
expect
thing
that.
is, like, I think she got prettier as she got older, which is strange. Like,
well,
and right, I know, but it's like, I don't know, like, Gaming, like, I mean, I know she's like an artist, a music star, actress, whatever, but like, I don't know, man. Like, sometimes she just looks like an idiot. She dresses like a dickhead.
You know what? Now listen, I like a couple of Cher songs, but is she really that fucking good? No, I don't think she's that good. She's got a couple of songs.
I just think
is she
like,
really
like
that good?
Icon at this point?
No, right? Come on.
It's the whole presentation.
Yes, I agree.
You know,
neither was Sonny. I mean,
yeah, Ainge, Cher.
I mean, Burke, growing up in our house, you kind of have to love Cher. So, Daddy was like a crazy, huge Cher fanatic.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of hard not to like Cher. Just a work of art.
And still looks great.
Yeah, she's still amazing. God bless her. She's just, I mean, yeah, sometimes she could get a little crazy, but I don't know. There's something about her. It's not like facially like she's the most beautiful person. There's just, she has some kind of
energy,
like just a sexiness about her. And it's just, she just oozes sexuality. I mean, maybe not so much now. She's probably like fucking 75 and like, you know, whatever.
I bet you the makeup comes
something
off
about her.
Looks like
she's been slinging that thing around for a long time too.
B. Arthur.
Oh,
you know what's funny, Mike? Like, side note, you know what's funny? Like, I always thought that I was like, we were talking about the Golden Girls and all, because like I'm so tall and I was so thin. I always thought I was going to be like the B. Arthur, like the sarcastic old skinny bitch. I was like, I'm going to be the B. Arthur in a group.
Nobody wants to be B. Arthur.
What was that?
I'm a little too much
she's
to
a
be
handsome
Arthur.
woman.
She's a handsome
Oh
woman.
my God, was that the roast? Remember that roast?
What does
She's
that
a
really
handsome
mean,
woman.
though, when they say like a woman's handsome, though? I never
What was
understood.
the thing? They were like, I'm going to kick B. Arthur in the dick or some shit. I don't know. It's so funny. Like, I can't.
This is really horrible.
I'm sorry.
Dave, we lost control,
God.
Dave. What happened?
I need a filter. I'm sorry. I need a filter.
We lost control. One's going down, one's kicking in the dick. What's going on here?
You can be a Mikey Diesel in a room together.
All hell broken.
Yeah. I got to say, at least it's livened up. It's livened up a little bit.
Right.
That's good.
We got history. We got history.
What, we were about like, 14, 15, I knew you since then.
Probably 13. I think I was your first kiss, Mike. Shit. When
Whoa!
I played that shit when I was hot.
Moving on. Cher, she goes in that Lady Gaga category. You know, she could get away with it. She's Cher. Damo, how about this one? Billie Eilish.
Oh.
No.
I think all four of us can agree on this one.
He's like,
man.
nah.
She's just
Ridiculous.
She looks like she just came out of Nickelodeon.
Man, yeah, I'm
She got
trying
slimed or something.
I'm trying not to be mean, but I kind of think she's doing this. She wears like the big baggy clothes and covers everything up. And watch, in a couple of years, somebody will throw her a ton of money. She'll be
Should be Britney Spears
and you'll be like, oh
She'll
my
be slinging
god,
it around.
oh yeah, watch.
Yeah, it'll be
2-3
Harvey
years.
Weinstein.
I
2-3
agree
years.
with you, Jim. I agree with you, man.
Yeah, but Stone Cold, no.
Yep. Mike D.
I don't know. Like, I'm going to say it. She dresses like a fucking moron. I don't know.
Yes.
I know she's young and everything, but like, I'm sick of the fucking pouty face. She fucking annoys me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think she's got some talent and stuff. I know I heard that the first one she put out, I thought it was pretty good for what it was, but the whole fucking like, woe is me. Stop it. Just
Your
stop
life ain't that bad. You got 1,000 awards.
You're doing fine. Stop with the fucking depression. You're making a generation of depressed fucking kids.
Yup.
Yeah.
It could be worse. You could be the four of us on this podcast.
Are we depressed? Our life sucks. Do we look depressed? No.
No, we're having fun talking shit about everybody else. Oh man, good stuff. Ange?
I'm the same. It's like wah. Like, I'm over it. Like, the whole baggy thing. She's a cute girl. I mean, why does she have to dress like she's wearing a trash bag? I mean, it makes no sense to me. I just, first of all, she scares me. I don't want to get in that head. That's like a whole circus going on in that head. She's scary. She's some crazy shit happened to her. She is scary.
Serial killer vibes.
That's what I'm saying, Damien. Exactly. She scares me. I don't get scared easily. She scares me.
Okay.
She could be like the next Elaine Warnos, maybe. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. Hello, monster, right?
I'm with Damien. I think it's all put on. And it might be, you go through that age thing and you're doing your own. I love people
she's still young.
Yeah. I love people who, like a lot of the punk guys do this, or punk girls were back in the day. You try so hard to be different, but you all have the same look anyway. So it's like, how hard are you trying to be different?
Exactly.
It's all click.
Exactly. You try so hard to be authentic that you become unauthentic. So
I mean, the beginning it might be one way, but when you have more than a handful of people doing it, it's not. It becomes a movement or becomes a fashion statement or whatever the deal is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's when you're young, that's what you do. You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm with Dame. I think once she gets older, some money gets thrown her way. She'll be Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears. It's if she can last that long, you'll see it.
Because everybody wants that attention, man. Whether you say you don't care what people think, bullshit.
Yep. Or once the money starts drying up, and it will, or your songs won't do as good, you have to top it. What's the next step?
Yeah. Look at what's her name. Adele. She was always comfortable with her weight and everything for years. I think she looked great. She lost a ton of weight now.
Yeah,
it's a big thing. I kind of think she doesn't look right.
I like her better. She looks like she's sick.
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe because you're so used to seeing her a certain way, and I don't know. Yeah. But
all right, let's move on to David Bowie. What do you got, Damo?
Yeah, he's another one of those chameleons. Probably. Maybe the one who started it, always changing from like album to album. And, back then it was like the whole, glam thing, which was, pretty in at that time. And, but he always looked good. He always, he was that character 24/7 all the time, in and out of it. Would I wear some of those things? No, but
he would get away with it.
Yeah. So I give him a yeah.
Hey, Mike D.
No, man. I mean, I think I heard Bowie before I saw him. I think if it was the opposite way, I would just totally dislike him.
100%.
But yeah, man, it's I don't know. It's bad. It's bad. It's really bad.
Mike D goes with a miss. Ainge.
I'm sorry. He just freaks me out, man. He freaks me out. Like that whole Ziggy Stardust thing where it looked like he had no freaking eyebrows and the whole thing. So fucking weird, man. Like, I don't know. He just freaks me out. I don't know what kind of crazy shit he's into. You know he's into some crazy
He's
shit.
not into nothing. He's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He's dead. Holy shit. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Holy shit. But anyway, if there's something up there, he's living it up.
I mean,
you did the
you
old
also say
Italian
he
lady
dresses
thing.
good
You
just
did the
'cause he's
sign of the
dead, I
cross.
mean.
I did. I couldn't help it. I felt bad.
Oh man.
Maybe he's at the rim of hell, really living it up. I don't know.
Rim is something else.
I,
That's what I'm saying.
Dave,
Double
what's going
entendre.
on?
The rim of hell. The rim of hell.
Somebody put a quarter in Mike tonight. I think he started out pretty strange, but hey, it got attention because he was just a songwriter before, and it got attention. Did I like that style? No, but once he got into like the 80s and a little later, he started dressing more sharp and more his age. So he knew how to do it. He's the blueprint for a Marilyn Manson, a Madonna, like all that stuff, because he knew how to change, even musically, from album to album, change your look from album to album. Even Kiss did it. You know, they changed their look from album to album because you want Duran Duran, Poison.
You got to keep it fresh. You know,
you got to keep it fresh. Motley Crue. If you look at Motley Crue, each album was a different look, and we all look forward to seeing what are they going to look like now. You know, you remember that thing? But like Motley Crue was like, all right, what are they going to look like now? Every album they look different. It was like I don't know, but it worked. I thought it worked. So I always see Bowie is the ultimate artist, and he's probably the blueprint for a lot of that stuff, you know. And at the end, when he got a little older, he dressed sharp. He dressed,
he did
age appropriate, if you want to put it.
He did.
So Bowie gets a thumbs up from me. All right, last one on the artist list, Scott Weiland. What you got, Damo?
I think early on he just, you know, he was doing what everyone else was doing. I felt like he didn't really have an identity, you know, just kind of like your typical, you know, grunge guy. But I think like when he started playing with Velvet Revolver, you know, he really started, he tried to capture like almost like a Bowie kind of persona. But I thought he was he dressed pretty cool. He looked pretty cool on stage. He even had his own clothing line at one time, which I bought a few pair of his pants. Like they're pretty cool.
Dress pants, kind of dress.
Yeah. If I'm going out, you know, somewhere nice, I would wear them or something, you know. But he had like suits and everything, and I forget who was putting them out, like some big company. But yeah, I mean, the later day, early on, I think he looked like a scrub.
Yeah, he was just trying to work with what's going on, kind of deal. Like that whole '90s look with the baggy pants. I mean, I even wore them all that, and you know, I'm 5'0". It looked ridiculous.
You had the Zubas, Bert. I don't remember the Zubas.
Oh, the Zubas. We love the Zubas. We did an episode on that pretty much.
Yeah.
Me and Damien are fans of the Zubas. I think Mike
never had a pair.
I think Mike wants to be a Zumba guy.
I'm not gonna lie. I wear a pair now, man. They look comfortable as shit.
They are. They still make them too. They are.
Yeah.
Me and Damien, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a set with the Zubas on.
I'm gonna make a statement. I'm gonna get a pair of Zumbas.
Can you imagine getting kicked in the face with those things?
That's what I heard. Oh man. So Scott Weiland, Dame gives it a thumbs up. Mike D.
Back, like you said, back in his grunge days, no. I mean, but later on in his career, he definitely became heroin chic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it, Mike. Yeah. Seriously, that's a good way to put it.
Ainge?
It is.
Weiland.
I mean, I agree with the guys, and let me tell you that when he got older, I freaking was obsessed with Velvet Revolver, obsessed. And he's just hot. He would slither around stage, and then he was wearing those little vests with the ties. Yeah, I was totally into him. He was such a performer.
Yeah.
Just sexy as hell. He had such a
just
swagger
a shame he had
him.
to, waste all that talent with what he did,
Yep.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
Yep.
Really sucks. But yeah, I'm definitely a fan, God rest his soul.
From all the guys from that era, I thought he was the best one. I thought
he was a star.
He really was. He was just such a star, such a star.
Yeah,
just had such a presence about him. He just literally slithered across stage, and you couldn't keep your eyes off of him.
Well, it's like when
incredible.
If you guys, I know Dame probably watched it. Do you ever see the making of Velvet Revolver when they were looking for a singer?
Oh yeah,
they were auditions. All these guys. Once Scott Weiland popped in there, forget it. Everybody else was gone. It was
They're like,
just,
bye.
Yeah.
he was perfect. Perfect. I thought he dressed it sharp. I thought, especially near the end, he always looked good, man. He always had a style. Yeah. So Weiland gets a thumbs up from me. So
Definitely.
all right, so we're going to move on to the second part, which is bands, and we're talking about on stage, costumes on stage, not like Dame said to me the other day. You're not going to see some of these guys walking down the street and waving to you in the outfit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You. That's what I wanted to make clear, because you're going to look at some of these like, oh my God, no, I would never wear that. You know, walking down the street, but you're not walking down the street. You picture it on stage. You know, as a whole.
Right.
You know,
and it's weird. Before we even get into it, like. I'm in between, like a band like, before we get into it, a band like Kiss, I want to see dressed up. A band like Metallica, I don't want to see dressed up. So it all depends.
Right.
Exactly.
Sometimes, but then again, I don't want to see
on the music.
Yeah. I don't want to see 9 guys that look like slobs or 9 bands that look like Poison. It depends on what it is, what fits the bill, you know? Okay. So moving on, this is on stage, not on the streets, on stage. So we're going to go with Damo. Striper, what do you think, Damo?
I'm right in the middle. I'm right in the middle with them. I do like I like the color scheme.
Yeah.
You know, everything was that color, but I think it was a little bit overkill.
Yeah.
Like every record had to be that. I mean, I could see maybe the first one coming out like that. Maybe the next album, another color scheme. But after a while, it's like, you know, through the whole decade, it's like, dude, it's enough with the yellow and black. I mean,
yellow and black attack.
So the idea, I liked it first, yes, but I think it was overkill after a while. So I would say no, a little bit too much.
Mike D, what do you got on Striper?
I don't know, man. I mean, I'd like to say it looks cool, but it's just overkill. I don't know. It's just. They almost look like bad Halloween outfits. Like, you know, those old plastic ones you pull out of the. I don't know, man. I mean, I had a couple of Striper albums back in the day, but I mean, now I just look at this and I'm like, man, that's like just a big tearing off, man. That's just horrible. Horrible.
Well, we know where Mike's at on that one, Ainge.
I'm with Mike and Damien, especially Damien when he was like the first album. It was cool. It was like, oh, Striper. But like my thing is, it's like, dude, come on, black and yellow. It's like you're giant bumblebees walking around.
Even the name's bad.
It's
Striper.
weird. It's
With a Y.
And then, like even like and not for anything, like I like the music, but it's like when you hear like 2 of the songs with that guy's voice, you're like, all right, I had enough. I'm done.
Yeah, it's
done.
overkill.
It's overkill, but he has a great voice, beautiful voice.
Not
it's just
overkill,
too much.
but a band.
After song 2, you're like, all right, I had enough of this. I can't do it anymore. I need a drink. I can't. I got to go on something a little lower.
Yeah, and those pants were too tight, giving them that high voice. It was too much.
He still can hit them notes, I think.
Yeah,
he's still probably wearing those pants.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Mike, were there armadillos in his trousers?
Oh man.
I Striper, I think I want to echo what Damon Angel said, is where I like the scheme. I like the idea that it's almost like Typo Negative. Use that green. You know it's there.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of did it a little better, but the Striper thing, I get it. I get the branding kind of thing of it, but it's a bit much. Too much for my taste. So I'm going to give it a miss also. Okay.
They still do it real quick.
Oh, yeah.
They still do it now. Not like that. It's like
More
like
black,
a Typo
probably.
Negative in the way, where it's like just like accents of yellow.
I think it would have been cool if they dressed like
Hey, Damien, can you imagine them in those spandex now?
Oh my God.
like they should grow up and just dress like evangelists now or something.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God, that's just not right.
These guys are rough. Okay, so moving on to, I'm going to say it's a big miss before it even starts. Kiss, the Asylum era with no makeup. Damo.
Oh shit.
That was
the worst.
Yikes.
yeah, through the 80s, that was the absolute worst look for them. I mean, it was just all of them. It's just bad.
Golden Girls. Absolutely the Golden
Yes,
Girls.
yes.
And we're not the first one to
Speaking
say
of
that.
shoulder
That saying's
pads,
been around for a long time.
Dude, it's like
Right.
something grandma would wear going to the casino on Saturday night, You know what I mean? Like back when it was, like 1988. We're going to the resorts.
If you take the bus, they give you $10.
Yeah, we get the voucher.
You get the voucher.
We're going to go to the Playboy Casino. Remember that one?
Yes.
Oh man, yeah. So it's a
that's
a huge
funny.
miss for Dame, right?
Yeah.
Huge miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike D.
Yeah, man, it's bad. I can't even elaborate anymore on.
I don't think we need that. I think we know it. Yeah.
All I'm going to say, this picture I'm looking at, I'm sure you're going to pop it up on there, but I'm not sure who this first guy is there. I mean, who's the first guy in that picture?
Bruce
Kulick.
Bruce Kulick?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's the best one, I think.
I'm going to go with
Yeah,
the black
yeah.
and red here. And he looks like he's corpsing the other. Like, I'm not with these guys.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stand away from the
Yeah.
picture. If this is
Yeah.
a different band. I know they're Kiss. They're one of the greatest rock and roll bands of that time. But I'm not
today.
with these guys.
Exactly.
Yep. Ainge.
I mean, come on. You go from having that God of Thunder look with the giant heels and everything to the Golden Girls. I mean, come on.
The
It is.
stilettos.
Yeah,
I
Phyllis
mean,
Diller.
come on, man. Yeah, they went to stilettos. Fucking Mary Janes. I don't know. It's terrible. It's terrible. The color schemes just so you go from being everything was black and gray and with Ace was silver and then you're going to fucking yellow, blue, red. I mean,
Even
come
for
on,
the
man.
80s, it was.
So
Even for the 80s as
flamboyant.
much. The sequence. Was
I
really
really,
good.
honestly, it just was so flamboyant, and I think it made them lose like credibility. No,
Well, it
no,
didn't
Bert.
fit
I'm
them,
sorry,
you know?
Bert. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, Bert.
Yeah,
Bert's
it just
gonna
didn't
come and
fit.
beat me up next week. I'm gonna get my ass beat.
No, I agree. I can't beat Damo's thing with the casino. That's
That's
best.
great. Yo, Bert. Bingo.
Bingo arms.
Bingo arms. Bingo arms.
Bingo wings. Bingo wings.
Bingo wings. The bingo wings.
Yeah, awful. The worst Gene Simmons look ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Okay, well, giving them a little, see if we get a little redemption for them. Kiss in the 70s, Damo.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong. Every album they would change their look. They always looked cool. You can't say anything bad.
Yeah, I agree. Mike D.
Yeah, I mean, like even like some of the lamer songs, like wearing that makeup, they look good playing.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Yep. Ainge.
Love them. Should have never, ever taken the makeup off. Love them.
Yeah, they kind of
Love
had
them.
to, but
Yeah,
should've
they had
put it
I
back on
know
quick.
they did. I know that. You know what? I didn't mind it during the times of Revenge.
Oh, it was the best non-makeup
That
look.
was the best non-makeup look because they just look real. And Gene Simmons was actually pretty fucking hot back then. I have to say, he was good looking back
That might
then.
be a first.
No, it's true. It's true. He's a handsome dude. His natural look. He was a handsome dude. I mean,
Natural
Ellie is a
look. I thought the bush was the
fucking
natural look.
helmet head. I don't know. It's like a fucking helmet head.
Planet of
now.
the Apes look. Yeah.
Exactly. But back then, like he had a little bit of a sexiness to him. I was digging it. I was feeling it.
Angela from Dolce Mia Couture. This is Gene Simmons from Kiss.
Yeah.
And yes, you are.
I think she
correct.
just
am
likes the
sexy.
tongue.
I like them
Yeah.
all. Big, small, round ball. I like them all. Oh, man.
Oh, I
All right. Yeah.
can't.
Kiss. You can't go wrong. Awesome.
Love Kiss.
Awesome back in the day with that look. Okay. So moving on. Journey in the 80s, Damo. What you got?
They look like a bowling team. Like you see them in Oregon lanes,
Yes. He hit it on the head.
Dang,
Argon
between that and the
lanes.
casino, man.
Yeah, Oregon lanes or something on a Tuesday night, bowling night,
Half off.
Yeah, either that or like gas station attendants.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. I mean, there's a line like looking the way they did or being totally outrageous. No, but you could do it up a little bit, a little bit.
Effort.
Just a little, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Mike D.
So no.
Look, man, I don't know. I'm going by this picture I'm looking. Okay. These guys look like they're looking in the mirror like, what the fuck are we wearing? And they're laughing about it. But then you got the guy on the end on the left over here. Look, I don't think it is, but it looks like he's wearing overalls.
Neil
With
Shine
a
might be.
big bush head.
Yeah,
And he's
Neil
ready to
Shine.
lick the other guy's foot.
I didn't even notice the foot in the
Steve
picture.
Smith. Yeah,
What
I see
the
it.
fuck
Yeah.
are you looking at, Mike?
I see it now. I see it now.
Yeah.
Steve Smith, the second guy on the left.
Is he trying to pull a splinter out, maybe, or something?
Oh.
Wow, I never even noticed that till just now. Wow,
That's just bizarre.
Mike into the miss. Ainge.
I agree 100% with Davey. It's like that was fucking funny. I'm sorry. The bowling, that's about right. Yes, there was no effort whatsoever. Thank God there's such amazing musicians, and who gives a shit at the end of the day as soon as they open their mouths and play their instruments.
It doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter.
As soon as they open up their mouth,
still.
the toe's going to go in.
Or else he gets the toe again, Mike.
Just a toe. Just a big toe.
Just a toe.
Just a toe.
Just a toe.
Yeah.
Just one toe.
Definitely. No style whatsoever. And I don't know, maybe that was the whole point. Like, hey, look, fuck you. We don't give a shit. We're just going to play. You know what I mean?
I think
so. You got to kind of respect that.
I think as far as that look goes, Tesla did it better.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me tell you, Tesla
for real. It's on the same
underrated.
Same
Tesla.
idea.
Oh, Tesla's great.
We don't like Tesla.
They're such an underrated band.
Yeah,
so
Tesla look like a bunch of guys, but they still look like a band. I don't know, like a rock band.
Let me tell you, they kick ass live. They kick ass.
They're good. I've seen them. Yeah, they're good.
That guy's tone and his voice, and then Frank on the guitar, you can't beat them. It's just beautiful. Love, love, love.
Moving on the other end of the spectrum, maybe Man O' War. Which you got, Damo?
Man, oh man.
Yeah.
We had to put them in there.
I never really was into the Masters of the Universe metal look, He-Man, Conan, Barbarian.
Yeah.
I love that stuff, the whole fantasy and everything, but the image to this stuff is, nah.
Yeah.
I'd rather see them dress up as knights or something,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little weird.
I don't need to see that.
Yeah.
The loincloth and
Tarzan.
My thing.
Yeah, man. It's just too much. It's like I don't know, man. Like you have to have some balls popping out the side when you see them in concert. Like I'm sorry. If they're moving around, I'm sorry. There's gonna be balls hanging out the sides.
Yeah. You see this band? They're fucking nuts. Literally nuts.
Yeah.
But like it just looks like the one guy looks like he went in Kmart and went into the BVD aisle and looked for the sideless underwear over there. But I mean, it's just horrible. Like the one guy I'm noticing too on the right side over here with the fabulous mustache.
Yes.
He's staying away from the other.
Mustache.
Mustache.
It was like mustache.
He was the smart guy.
Yeah.
That was like the porn fucking 70s mustache.
Yeah, he actually looks more normal than the rest.
He's kind of like standing away too. He's kind of like a little,
Scott Columbus.
He's like, I didn't know we were wearing our underwear today.
Yeah, he was smart. Ainge.
All right, honestly, this is like going to a male strip club. Most women are like, oh my God, that's so hot. I'm going to bite off his thumb. Like, no, it's fucking weird. It's weird. Man naked is weird. It's weird. Bouncing around in fucking banana hammocks. It's weird. It's weird.
I think so.
Especially when 99% of your audience is
male.
Men.
It's fucking weird. It's weird. Like, I don't understand. Are they waiting for dollar bills? I don't know. It's just weird to me.
Right.
It's just like, what were they thinking?
I wonder if anybody's done that, throw any dollar bills up on stage yet.
I don't know, man. I don't even know. This is just so weird to me.
Heavy metal female review.
If you audition, if you were the banana hammock and auditions the drummer, is it like the timekeeper? You know, where you got the fucking went to the metronome.
Yeah,
right.
Bert. Yo, Bert, true story. Me and Michelle, right? We were a whole crowd for her bachelorette party for you guys getting married. I was at your wedding, obviously, you remember, whatever. We're looking at these frigging guys. Now, I don't know, what was I, 21, 22 at the time? Because I think I was married first, so I must have been 22. Okay, let me tell you something. We're looking at these guys. They're dancing to Men in Black, and they're like, just bounce with, but they're fucking bouncing with their fucking, like, it's just funny. It's funny.
It's funny.
It was funny. I was pissing myself laughing. Like, all these women are hot and bothered. They're jumping on them, giving them things, taking body shots, and I had tears coming out of my eyes. It was funny. Male strippers, no. Man of War, no. Keep your fucking clothes on. Keep your clothes on. Like once you get past the whole ab thing and you're walking around in fucking Speedo, it's awkward. It's weird. It's uncomfortable.
You're hanging in with your dork out.
Exactly.
It's a bit much.
Whew, all right.
But to tell you what, though, if they were going to put those on, they shouldn't have made them so tight. They should have made him with the fucking like the strippers
the pocket
with the elephant fucking thing where everything's just loose and it looks bigger than it is or some shit. I don't know.
You got to give them
stick
credit,
a zucchini down there. I don't know. Do something. I'm
give them a little
impressed.
bit of credit though, because they worked out. They have muscles. You know, it's not like they're just going up like your ordinary
That's
guy
fine, but like
with flappy titties and stuff. So they're actually putting some work behind it.
Wear a cute pair of jeans or something and show off the abs.
He-Man.
Like seriously, it's just fucking weird, man.
And Kip Winger got destroyed for his.
Oh, he's so fucking hot. I'm sorry, Kip Winger's so fucking hot.
I lost control of this show.
I fucking love. You know what's funny? Ernie and I just saw the show. Miles, we were like watching it, the M3, whatever, and they were doing Miles Away. Now, I love Red Beach. I don't know. I love Red Beach. But anyway, they were doing the whole like Miles Away thing. Oh my God. We were trying to sing it after. That is a hard ass song to sing.
They still sound great.
Yeah,
they still sound great. Kip Winger's so talented. And like I said, I love Red Beach. So anyway, I digress. Sorry.
All right. So for me, Manowar. No, we heard enough. I don't need to even say any more about it. Damo, White Stripes.
Sort of like in the same category as Striper, but not as extreme. You know, I always like color coordinated bands that kind of use that as a theme. With Striper was a bit overkill, but I always liked what they had going on. Didn't like them musically, but I did like the image. Yeah.
Yep. Mike D.
Yeah, man, I love this band. I pretty much love everything about it. They're just, to me, they're just a great band. And like, I know, like, it's got, sort of like, they're doing the same thing as Striper did, but not the same way. But, what they did with it, it almost looked like artwork. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't be embarrassed to hang on your wall or something like that. Like it was always kind of done like it just popped the way they did it. It wasn't gaudy looking.
Right.
So, man, I'm a fan. It looks great.
Cool. Ange?
Yeah, I'm a fan. Very neat and clean. Especially the guy is always dressed impeccably. Very neat. The whole red thing, and which I love red, so I'm okay
red and
with
white
that.
Works.
Yeah, red and white works. Red, white, black definitely works. I mean, he's neat and clean. He always looks neat and clean. He's in tune with his body. He knows how to dress himself. He keeps a nice silhouette. So for me, definitely a thumbs up.
I think he's a true rock star, man. He
really is. I mean,
I
the
agree.
fact that you can have that kind of band with that many people in your band and sound like a full band is pretty remarkable. Do you know that they played that song? I can't look. I'm getting old, so I don't remember everything. They actually play that at the football games, and like the marching band plays that song all the time.
Oh yeah,
that's
it's huge right now.
You know, it's funny. Let me tell you something. When you hear that, you get so pumped up. Yeah. Like you're just, what an incredible song. You just get like you're into it.
Great riff.
Great riff.
I think the White Stripes, echoing Damo on that, is that the red and white works. It's done more artistic than like Mike's a little more on the artsy side. It's not overdone. It's always there, so it's them. And when he does his solo stuff, which he kind of does now, he don't really play to that. But when he does the White Stripes, he plays to it, which is pretty cool. Okay, moving on to one of Damo's favorite bands. I don't know about the look, but I know the bands, and they were a big inspiration on the whole 70s image. New York Dolls, Damo.
Well, this is a bad photo because they only look like this that one time.
Yeah.
on this photo shoot. It was only that one time. But it's so iconic because it's from the first album session, but they never look like that with all that makeup. They never actually wore any makeup, but the clothes definitely.
Yeah.
Was that Buster Poindexter?
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Holy
the singer,
shit.
David Johansen, was is Buster Poindexter. So everything was very kind of like, I don't want to say calculated, but they just knew how to get attention and to kind of like fuck with people a bit. Yeah. So basically, I mean, you couldn't go into a store and buy, I want to buy rock and roll clothes they didn't have, there was no thing, you know, so they would actually go into thrift stores and buy, you know, what you see here, women's clothes, and try to make it work.
That's so interesting.
It looks
It's
like
so
thrift store
interesting.
clothes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I always liked what they were doing. They were ahead of the curve. They kind of started everything, you know, to me. So, yeah, and even when they reunited, you know, 15 years ago, they still had like the whole fashion sense, you know. Obviously they weren't wearing shit like this when they're 60 years old. They still looked cool. So yeah, they get a I mean, it's not for everybody. I understand that, but
they did the grandma look like years ago. We're not going to go back to the grandma look.
Right.
Mike D.
You know what? I mean, I don't know. I guess it worked for the time and what they did and everything, but I'll tell you, if I saw the album, it would definitely be a turn off for me picking it up.
Yeah.
Well, I really don't even know too much about what this band does. I couldn't even name a song from them. I think I know more of Buster Poindexter, and I think it's only one song of his I know.
Mm-hmm.
And
what is that, Mike?
weird,
Because
like,
I forget. My mind's going.
Hot.
Yeah, hot.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that's Ernie's song. Let him lead the conga line. That's it.
Oh my God.
And
Ernie's in.
Scrooge too was the cab driver in Scrooge.
He went from this to being like he
Oh,
kind of went with like
yeah.
this like kind of like hobo look or something afterwards. Like, it's
Yeah. Well, he was the hobo looking cab driver in Scrooge.
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yep. Ainge, New York Dolls.
I don't want to be ignorant because I don't know too much about their music, so I'm not going to make a huge judgment. Based on their fashion sense, I guess from the time. I mean, Damien, would they be considered punk?
No,
They
glam.
they were actually
right?
like right before punk. So a lot of people look at them as like the originators
Prototypes.
of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, prototype.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Well, if they were the originators of that, then they look like they're on the right track. I mean, it's basically what they look like. So, I mean, you know, would I want to see men dressed like this? Probably not. But nowadays, I don't judge. I don't judge. But yeah. I mean, if it works for them in that time, I mean, we didn't live in that time, so. Or if we did, we were very young.
Yeah.
So I can't really speak much on it.
Yeah. I think not my thing, but perfect and very influential on the Hanoi Rocks, the Motley Crues, and I mean,
Guns N'
even
Roses.
Kiss, Guns N' Roses, even Kiss, because they tried to look like the New York Dolls and it just didn't work. But everybody that what's that word? Androgynous? Is that the word?
Yeah.
It's androgynous.
Well, listen, if you could get away with that, even Marilyn Manson, you were using the androgynous thing. If you have that look and you could get away with it and it works for you, go for it. These guys did, and it worked. So,
and on that,
I give a thumbs up for
these guys
the
out.
influence. The influence. Definitely for the influence. And they started, though they didn't get as big as the Kisses and all that stuff, they were definitely an influence on all of them.
Oh yeah, a lot of bands cite them as an influence.
Yeah. I mean, they're still a big name, but like you said, how many songs can you name? You know the name of the band more than
you hear the name, but nobody knows the music.
Yeah, but huge influence.
This has piqued my curiosity, and I will research them. No, seriously, it's like really piqued my curiosity. So I want to see. So thank you for that.
Guns N' Roses, Damo, Appetite Era.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah, at this era, they looked awesome, man.
Yeah,
you know, they just look. It was different for the time. They just look like street.
They
bums,
look like they sounded.
You know?
They look like they.
Yeah,
sounded.
exactly. Yeah, they look filthy, sleazy, dirty.
Yeah,
you know, it was just a great look.
How rock musicians should look.
Yeah.
They
look like rock stars without overdoing it. I mean, I'm looking at this picture here. They're pretty much wearing 90% street clothes with like an accent of something, and it works. You know, Izzy's probably the best dressed in this picture we're looking at right now, and it's just you know leather pants, button-down shirt, little something over his neck, you know, but it works.
I always thought he was the coolest one.
He had he had the most style.
I always thought he was the coolest looking one.
He had the most style. Yeah. Yep. Mike D, anything you want to elaborate on this one?
Oh yeah, I mean, they were like the band like of that era. It's like, you know, you could walk around with their shirts and they're listening to their music and say you listened to them and you didn't feel embarrassed about it because of by the way they looked.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. They were just great.
What do you got, Ainge?
For me, it's all about authenticity, and they just ooze authenticity. They were a sign of the times. They just bring us something fresh. And let me tell you, when I heard them and saw them, it blew my mind. Just totally blew my mind. I've never heard a band that sounded like them, and probably never again will hear a band that sounds like them. Yep. Just amazing. Like, you could hear Slash play something, like, me and Ernie are huge Slash fans and all, and Miles Kennedy and all. Like, you hear, you know that's Slash. Like, like, you hear it, boom, it's Slash. Like, I'm just such a huge fan, and their style was amazing, and it just, really just transcended, through that generation, it was just like fucking blew the balls off of everybody, man. Like, it's just like when they came out, it was like, wow, it was something fresh that no one ever seen before. So,
I'm going to totally agree with that. And it's one of those things is that you actually got what you seen. So
exactly. Yeah. They were authentic. To me, that's like the thing, authenticity.
It was perfect. Moving on to one of my favorite new bands. Even though they're, as me and Dane would say, they're new, they've been around for 10 years or whatever, and they're still new. Ghost, what do you got, Damo?
Yeah, they've always looked cool, man. Like, they've always sold that creep factor, so they get a yeah from me.
Yeah. Mike D.
Absolutely. I think like each generation needs some kind of band that does what they do. It just, even though it's been done before, but they kind of change it up from album to album. The lead singer looks different. Even the master. What are they called, Bert? The other guys?
The unknown. What are they? The unknown ghouls.
Unknown ghouls or something. Yeah.
Ghouls. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, like even they changed their mask a bit. I kind of dig it, man. Their music's not bad either.
Nice. Ange?
Well, you turned Ernie into a huge fan, so we hear a lot of Ghosts around here. I mean, they're good for what they do. They fit their image for what they do. I mean, what else can you say? And they're a good band musically, and they fit their image. I mean, they're ghosts. They look like ghosts. So
I love it. The guy I work with every time he sees I had an album come in one time from the mail, and it came to where I work, and the guy I work with looked at it and said, "Hey, you got the Pope today again, huh?" He looks at he's like, "Oh, the Pope's back."
That's funny.
I love it. I love the image. I'm a gimmick guy. Sometimes, most of the time, I was sold on this gimmick right off the bat, and I love it. I think they look great. They look sharp. They play it up well, and I think the guy's a genius. Definitely. Damo, moving on to Twisted Sister. What you got?
They fit the name. It's on stage. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great. It's a twisted look.
Yeah.
And they look like Twisted Sisters.
Yeah.
And Dee Snider alone is just like an iconic look. I mean, everybody don't even know who Twisted Sister is. You see him and
Twisted Sister, yeah.
Yeah. They think he's a Twisted Sister,
Yeah.
But I always liked their look. I always thought
it fit.
Yeah.
It fit. Mike D.
I mean, I don't even think they were that old. This picture I'm looking, they just look like Dad's special night out. I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough look, man. I don't know.
Ange, what do you got?
Yikes. I mean, all right, I love Twisted Sister and everything, but it's like, honestly, I think they were like freaking drag queens.
Yeah.
They look like the
the
original drag queens. Like, that's all like nowadays, like drag queens are so much more polished and their eyebrows are perfectly coiffed and
to like drunk for the mud queens.
Divine. Remember that?
Divine.
Yes.
Dan.
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
Like demented version of,
Yes.
which I think that's kind of like what they were
went
going for.
Like the blush, or I don't know, the old style rouge. I don't know. It's like all kinds of crazy and clownish.
Like, when you go to the supermarket in the morning time and there's all those old women walking around with shopping carts, and their makeup runs from like their ear to ear.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
So wrong.
It's
Like they look like zombies.
Like,
the zombie look. Like
This is the most bizarre episode we've done.
Dude, it's fucking scary. That's all I have to say. Like, Dee Snider's like 6 foot fucking Watt. He's got this crazy ass fucking of a head, this mane. And he has this crazy freaking like. Do you ever see Uncle Leo and fucking Seinfeld when they painted the eyebrows on him? He looked like fucking angry.
Yeah.
He looks like that. Like he's fucking scary, dude. Like I don't know. It's fucking scary. Like that dude. Like I'd run. Like I don't scare. Like I said, I don't scare easily, but I might run the other fucking way if I see that dude coming.
I might run the other way too.
Yeah. They were tough, man. I mean,
Yeah, they were tough band, man.
Love Twisted Sister, though. I have to say, like David said, they look twisted. So
Yeah.
there you go. It was accurate. It was accurate.
fits the name.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yikes!
It totally fits the image and fits the name. It's a crazy look. I guess it works for what they were going for, you know? Okay, moving on to the next one. Okay, so I'm talking not music. I'm talking the way they were on stage and what they look like. Poison. What do you got, Damo?
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were like the kings of image for like the 80s. I mean, I thought they always looked cool, you know, regardless with the, you know, with the makeup and all that stuff. But they always had, it was very always like image oriented, you know, like, well, my favorite video of all time is the Nothing But a Good Time video. You know, they just look great with the lights and the green logo
awesome, yeah.
and, you know, they just look like rock stars all the time, you know?
Yeah. Yep, I totally agree. Mike D?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I remember I went to the store with my buddy one time, the music store, and this is when they first came out. We didn't know anything about them. And the album cover, you know, was it look with the cat dragged in and they had the 4 faces on there.
He would
He's
dig
like,
chicks.
wow. He's like, these chicks are hot. And I'm like, are you sure they're chicks?
Was that?
He's
Pete,
like,
Mike?
oh yeah. No.
Was
I don't
it
even
Pete?
want to. I'm not going to
Was
mention
that
the name.
Jack? Was that Jack? I knew it.
So I don't know. I mean, that's like, yeah, it was too much. Like I was never a huge Poison fan. And like I said with Guns N' Roses, like, you know, they were the band that you weren't embarrassed to walk around with their shirts.
Yup.
Poison was the opposite of that. So
Aw.
Yeah.
You were
I'm
a
sorry.
closet Poison fan, Mike. You were a closet
no,
Poison fan.
I didn't like their first 2. I had a couple singles of theirs and stuff. But
Yeah.
the only album I owned was the 3rd one. It was a
Flush.
I
yeah.
think I might have recalled
Yeah.
you singing a few of their songs, Mike. I don't know.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hear
I
it.
don't know, Mike.
Come on, let's hear a little bit of Fallen Angel, Mike.
Yeah.
When Big Mama's Fallen Angel.
Well, see, he knows.
There you
he
go, see?
knows. He knows.
Dame, I think he's faking it. He is.
He is. He is.
No,
He's so
I mean, I
famous.
didn't hate them. It wasn't my thing. They had a couple tracks here or there, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. You know you like them, baby. Come on. Come on. Own
I'll
it. Own
smack
it.
that Brett Michael in the ass.
Ange, what do you got on Poison?
Love Poison. Whatever they called the androgyny thing, the glam rock thing, it worked for them. Bret Michaels is still doing it today. The guy is incredible, can rock any audience, just has that stage presence, always looks good, has on a freaking pair of jeans with a nice little sack show. And I'm just going to say, I'm going to put it out there because I'm the woman out here. The bulge is always looking good. I'm just going to say. Bulge is always looking good, always present, always looking good.
Always
has
present.
a little cowboy hat going. It's like shit. I'm shit.
Do you think it's like a natural bulge, or does he like fix it in the mirror?
No,
like,
no, it's no.
Stop.
I can tell you, no, it is a natural bulge. That boy's hung, man. I'm a fucking size queen. That boy's fucking hung. That's what I have to
What's
say.
going on here?
I don't play. But no, really, he is. I have to say, they just had a great style. Mike, back on track. They had a great style.
Just meditate. Poison fit. The look fit. It worked.
Yeah, most
worked.
definitely.
They were always in style. Even now, when you see them, they're still in style. They still
Yeah.
say what you want about Poison. It worked. It definitely worked.
Ricky Rocket, Ricky Pocket Rocket. Oh, Mike, that was for you. Mike, that was for you.
Woo! Wow. Okay, moving on to the last one. Motley Crue, Damo, what you got?
We're going with this image here on the photo.
Yeah, like the later image.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, they looked okay, I guess. I mean, it's, you know, to me, they look like a dad rock band right here. Like they're trying to stay current.
Well, we'll say instead of just talking about that photo, how about just in general, Motley Crue? In general, because they switch up
I mean,
a lot.
yeah, like a lot of bands, they've always changed their image through the years. You know, I like to shout at the Devil look. You know, they look kind of,
It was awesome. Yeah.
you know, almost like Kiss with the black and white, and then, you know, the girls era was cool. They were kind of seemed like they were kind of going for the Guns N' Roses thing, you know, with the leather and that, and then you know, Dr. Feelgood, they changed it up a little more, you know.
Well,
I thought that was like their best look.
That's when all the rock stars were kind of doing either the jeans or leather pants with the dress shirt.
They were toning it down a lot.
Yep.
Yeah,
they were doing the dress shirt thing, kind of like Skid Row was even kind of doing it at that time and all.
Yeah, but this era here,
look.
Yeah. So on this photo here, they pretty much did this through the whole 2000 era. You know, I mean, it was okay. It was better than, you know, I mean, Vince just doesn't look healthy. Mick Mars doesn't look healthy. Tommy Lee, I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
You know, that's one thing. Like, I put him on my list when we were naming people. I think he's just awful with the baseball hat. It's like, dude, come on, you're like 60 years old. You're not a teenager. Like stop.
I liked him better when he was a rock star.
Yeah.
Definitely. He tried. I think he just tried to be too current. I don't know. Trying to keep up, maybe, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's the lingo he uses now. It's like, dude, you're not 14.
Yeah,
you know, just stop with it.
I guess it's tough, man, because they probably just get so set in their ways. You know, it's just that's what they live.
Yeah. He's got a young wife. You know, she's probably like half his age. You know, it's I get
there you go. That's the lingo. There you go.
Yeah.
But overall, Motley Crue pretty sharp overall, right?
Yeah.
Mike
Yikes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. One of the sharper rock bands. I mean, this picture though, I mean, I'm looking at Tommy Lee. He looks like he's going for like the Frankenstein look there, or something. Like with the little bangs. It's just weird looking, but yeah, man. Like, you know, through their heyday, man, they were always changing it up. They looked great. You know, I'll even admit they sounded great.
Even
not
Vince?
my thing.
You love Vince's voice.
I can't take his voice. I mean, the band is great. I love the band. I can't take Vince's voice. I just can't. It's not my thing. But, you know, once in a while you sacrifice it.
Ainge?
Well, okay. Like Mike said, back in the heyday, phenomenal. You love their look. They had so much going on. Like, all right, Vince is a bigger guy now. That's fine. Like, you know, there's nothing wrong with being bigger or whatever. But like, I'm with Amy. He looks unhealthy. Number one. Number two, if you're going to be on stage, wear a shirt that fits you.
Ainge, before we wrap up here.
Yeah.
Dolce Mia Couture, right? So,
yes.
Where can we find you?
Yeah, where can we find you?
Okay, so basically it's dolcemiacouture.com. Basically, I have like logo wear that I get made for me, and I'll do the logo because Bert and I have a heat press machine and we do logos and stuff like that. We'll do t-shirts. So, you know, that's our Sundays, right, Bert? Like 2 Sundays a month. Well, yeah, he does. He works me. He's like a fucking slave driver. It's not even funny. I'm like drinking.
Shirts,
he's
Bert?
like, get her under control.
Yeah. No, not this. No, not this.
He's like, get her under control, you know.
Yeah,
you got to keep tabs on her.
So before we wrap up, Ainge, explain that outfit behind you. What do you got behind you?
Okay, so basically most of my stuff is like my demographic is generally 13 to 30, but I do stuff. I'm gonna because like Bert said, I'm cutting myself in half. I need to make stuff for older girls. I'm getting a lot of complaints like, yo, the bigger girls want love too. The older girls want to look good. So I'm expanding my line now. This is basically a halter top that I made. And this can be worn like 3 different ways. This is like a crisscross. It goes into a halter. I worry about a woman's aesthetic. So I'm always kind of like doing something to make a woman look slimmer and more sexy. So that's like kind of my thing. And I do my stuff custom made to order. So if somebody orders my stuff and they're like, hey, I want this longer, or I want this shorter, you just write it in the comment section and at no extra charge, I'll do that for you.
Nice.
Like a little customization.
Yeah, I do a custom. I make them to order. Like I want you to look good and I want you to feel confident in what you're wearing. So
well, hopefully we might be able to branch out to some stage clothing because guys are always looking for stage clothing.
I think I want to do that. So
I think you should model that halter top, Albert.
Yeah. Damon's got a better chance of looking good than me.
10 fucking years ago, I would have modeled that shit, not now.
All right, so we got Angel Catillus from Dolce Mia Couture. You can find her online. I'll post all the information below. Angel, thank you for coming on. It was a fun episode.
Thanks,
crazy episode. And I think
me and Mikey D.
Yeah, I think me, Mike,
They
and Damon
took
got to
over.
cleanse this up in Slayer. So weird episode.
It was an episode takeover.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Dame, we lost control.
Damien, it was so nice to meet you. What a gentleman.
Yeah, nice
You're
to
so
meet
sweet.
you too.
Nice
He's
to
the
meet
best.
you.
Damo's the best.
He's so
He's
sweet.
the best. Mike, and not so much. You know?
No.
Mike, your family, we love you.
Mixtapes and tasty cakes. We'll see you next week.